What is up, everyone? It is snowing hardcore here in Oklahoma, so I figured let's talk about an NES game called Winter Games that involves snow. So before we get into this, let's go ahead and head back inside to the game room where it's nice and warm and we can throw this into my NES and we can get started. Okay, so now that we made it in from the cold, it is still snowing outside and it's been snowing a lot today, and so I figured I wanted to play something and talk about something that was related to the snow, and so I thought Winter Games by Epix would be perfect for that. It's an NES game that I think is somewhat fun, and I think you might enjoy it too. So let's go ahead and hook it up to our NES and get to playing. Once you hook up your Winter Games onto your NES, you will be thrown into that Olympic feel with the first of the lighting the flame. It even has the opening ceremonies, which I think is actually pretty cool. And then you are thrown into the main screen where you are thrown into directly the menu where you can either play one event or all the events. You can look at the world records, you can see the opening ceremony. It's got some pretty cool little features that for an NES game you wouldn't expect to see there. And so I think this is a very fun and an awesome game whenever you get down to it, but think about it as an NES game that is got a bunch of mini games, because honestly that's what it is. There's nothing combined together where at the very end you get gold or anything like that. You're just really trying to see who can get the best score or who can do the best. And so honestly, this is a pretty fun little quick game. You pick it up, play it for 30 minutes, play it for 20, maybe 5 minutes, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, just depends, but honestly it's pretty fun. Now first off, you see the hot dog aerial, which that name comes up and you're like, what is this? Why am I seeing a hot dog? And honestly, you're just skiing down a mountain and you're trying to do tricks. Well, it can be kind of hard because when you get thrown in, you don't have anything but the controller and you don't know what to do. You just are trying to guess to figure out how it flips and how you land and all that stuff. So I will say this game is a little bit hard because of that, and I'll get into that a little bit more. But once you get the hang of the hot dog aerial, you can land tricks and get some good points. And honestly, I did decent. I wouldn't say I did great, but I did enjoy it and I had some fun there. So I think it is definitely worth checking out. The next thing you are prompted with is speed skating, and the very first time I tried it I didn't know what to do, but basically you go left right and you try to get as fast as you can. And the problem is when I tried it the first time, I was literally trying to press those buttons as fast as possible, and I realized that's not how speed skaters skate. They're kind of majestic. They do very routine like things. They're not rushing through it. And so I realized that if I could get into that rhythm where my skate was going left, right, and giving it a little bit of distance between the two, I would get more speed. And honestly, once I tried it the second or third time, I was able to actually win the race. And when I won the race, I was super excited because I was behind him the whole time, or behind the other racer. And then once I caught up to him, I passed him, and then I won the race, and I was like, yes, I finally made it through this, and it was just a ton of fun. So if you are playing speed skating, take a little bit of time, figure out the rhythm. Maybe the first race, watch what the computer pace racer is doing, and that'll help you figure out where you need to do the button pressing and how to do that. Now moving on to the next one, and that is figure skating. This is the one that I had the absolute worst luck with, and I literally couldn't land a trick. I didn't figure out the buttons, I couldn't figure it all out, and I probably need to look online, but without the manual and with just the controller and playing it, I literally tried like 4 or 5 times, and every time I would try it, I would literally jump and fall and get back up, skate forward, fall. I'd go backwards, I'd fall. I literally kept falling and falling and falling, and it was just no fun. And so I don't understand the figure skating, and I think that's probably a little bit of my fault for not either getting the manual or looking it up online. But I wish there would have been like a tutorial of like press A and B to jump, or twirl, or press up or down to land or jump or whatever. I would have enjoyed a nice little kind of, at least a cheat sheet. Maybe I click a button and it shows me what everything I need to do is. Maybe that would have made figure skating better for me, but anyways, I don't know. It just wasn't there for me. But that leads me to the next one, which I actually really enjoyed, and that was the bobsled. Now, this is something that I find fun, and I enjoyed it, and it's definitely easy once you get the hang of it, but it's very confusing and very hard if you don't figure it out. So I figured it out maybe the second or third time I played it, and honestly, I enjoyed it. I made it to the end of the track on one thing, and I was very happy. I got almost to the end a few times, and so once you get the hang of it, you get to playing it, you realize what actually needs to happen. And I think this is a game, this mini game, the bobsled, is a ton of fun, and it could be pretty cool. I love how on one side you've got the map, at the bottom other side you've got the time, and then you've got a little section for your actual bobsled. I think it's pretty cool. I think having all that on the screen at once, and seeing your bobsled going down it, and then looking at the track, actually seeing where it is, it's just pretty cool. And then once you go on some of those checkpoint looking things, it shows on the map overhead. It's pretty cool. I like this one the best, I think, of the way that because of the way it is presented. It's pretty cool how you can see all those things all in one little place and still get everything you need for information. So those are the 4 things you can do in this game. Who would think that winter games would be only 4 games? Or who would think that it would be such a mismatch of games? I really do think it was a ton of fun. Let me clear this up. It was a ton of fun. I didn't like the figure skating. Didn't figure it out. That might be on me, but I'm not a fan of figure skating anyway, so I'm gonna say that's a no for me. But the hot dog aerial, it had a funny name, and the graphics were actually pretty decent for being an NES game there. That was pretty fun there. Then you've got the speed racing, or speed skating, which I figured out pretty quickly and had fun with, because I was able to catch up and pass and win a race, and I was really happy about that. And then last but not least, wrapping it up with the bobsled. That one was actually a ton of fun, and I really, really did enjoy it, and I think you should check this game out. If you've got an NES and you like winter games, like for me as a kid, I remember getting winter games, summer games, California games, all these kind of mini game, Olympic kind of games, and always enjoyed them. I always thought they were fun. You could find a game that you liked. You could find a game maybe like figure skating that you just didn't like, then you wouldn't play that one. And it was just a ton of fun, and I absolutely love that. I love the nostalgic era, or nostalgia from that, because I remember playing it as a kid. But nowadays they make games like Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo Olympic Games. Those have way more games and are still a ton of fun. And so I feel like that's why, for me, these are always fun games. So I want to know what you think. Comment down below, do you think these kinds of games are fun? And if not, why is that? For me, I think they're fun, and it's a relatively cheap NES game, so if you are looking for new games to pick up on your NES and you think this is going to be fun, go ahead and pick it up and see for yourself what you think about it. I want to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification. That way you know when I post more videos, which are every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And one more time, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you have a good day.